أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Welcome to Echoes of Wisdom. These are the jams inspired by the great works of Dr. Fadil Saleh Samurai. Inshallah, we are going to continue with our jam number 14 now. Today, we are going to learn about الفرق بين أرزقوهم فيها وأرزقوهم منها في القرآن الكريم. Let's learn about أرزقوهم فيها. أرزقوهم فيها يعني بأن تتجروا وتربحوا تكون نفقاتهم من الأرباح لا من سلب المال. Mentioned in the Quran, ولا تؤتوا السفهاء أموالكم التي جعل الله لكم قياما وارزقوهم فيها واكسوهم وقولوا لهم قولا معروفا. Surah Nisa, ayah number 5. And do not give the weak minded your property, which Allah has made a means of sustenance for you, but provide for them with it and clothe them and speak to them words of appropriate kindness. According to this ayah, Dr. Fadil As-Samrai mentioned it, Urzukuhum fiha, as you can see here, provide for them from it, fiha. This means engaging in trade and earning profits so that their expenses are covered from the profits and not from the principal wealth. This explanation emphasizes and gives the importance of managing wealth wisely by maintaining your principal amount, the core wealth, and using profits for spending. So, here you can see that we should not, what do we learn from this? We learned that do not give the weak minded your property means this means not to hand over wealth or property to people who are incapable of managing it wisely, such as those who lack maturity or you can say understanding or responsibility. And it could be referring to the young children or people with mental challenges, you can say. And in the ayah, it's also mentioned that which Allah has made a means of sustenance for you. That means wealth and resources are given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the purpose of maintaining life and providing for your need and those under your care. So it is not to be misused or wasted. Also, in the ayah, it is mentioned that here you can see, but provide for them with it and clothe them. While you should not give them direct control over the wealth, you are still responsible for their care. Use the wealth to provide for their food, their clothing, and their basic needs. Also, it says about and speak to them words of appropriate kindness. وَقُولُوا لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَعْرُوفًا. That means even if they lack the ability to manage wealth, treat them with respect, speak kindly, and also uh, guide them in a gentle and understanding manner. So this is Urzukuhum Fiha. And about that, Dr. Fadil Asamrai said that it's يعني بأن تتجروا وتربحوا تكون نفقاتهم من الأرباح لا من صلب المال. So it is from your profit and not from your principal wealth. La min sulbil mali. So we learned about the key lessons that wealth is a trust from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and must be handled responsibly. Let's learn about now urzukuhum minha. So what is urzukuhum minha? It is like يكون من أصل المال. So وإذا حضر القسمة أولو القربى واليتامى والمساكين فارزقوهم منه وقولوا قولا لهم قولا معروفا. It is, and when other relatives and orphans and the needy are present at the time of division, then provide for them something out of the state and speak to them words of appropriate kindness. So, what does it says now? Here, it means urzukuhum minha, provide for them from it. This phrase refers to the responsibility of providing for dependents using the wealth resources you have. That means your capital. So we can say that urzukuhum minha means to provide for them under your care using the wealth or resources you have instead of directly handing over the wealth as like in urzukuhum fiha to someone who cannot manage it properly like the children or we say that who have mental issues or they are weak minded. You should use the wealth wisely to fulfill their needs such as the food, their clothing, and their basic needs. But here it is not mentioned fiha, that means not from the prophet. So what is the difference between these two phrases? The first one mentions fiha, that means focuses on the explanation of fiha, provide for them within it, means fiha. It also gives us the importance of managing the wealth by using the profits, al arbah, for spending instead of the principal or your capital wealth, sulbil mal. This ensures the core wealth remains intact while meeting expenses. The next one uses minha, and it that means poet for them from it. This gives importance on the act of providing directly from the wealth itself without explicitly mentioning the use of profits versus the principal or your capital. So this is the difference between the two. Urzuquhum fiha wa urzuquhum minha. Alhamdulillah. I'll see you inshallah in the next session. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.